Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so tonight we are talking soundtracks.
Soundtracks of the metal variety.
That's right, because this is Metal Mosaics. Now, it's not just any soundtracks. These soundtracks actually have to be metal albums. Kids, it's the Captain Happy Show, starring me, Captain Happy. Let me get out my magic mirror. I see Bobby, I see Susie, I see Billy. This is your final warning. Wow, so goddamn easy to write there. Times have gone. Here, but now they're gone. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of Metal Mosaics. I am DeathMetalHero, and with me is my fellow metal brother, Mr. Goodstuff. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
What's happening? Glad to be here. Looking forward to this episode. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, because we're here to here to talk about music. We love music, and again, we don't claim to be experts. We're here having fun. We're talking about music that we like, and we're trying to make it interesting for you at home. So when we talk about the topic, feel free to leave your comments in the chat and give us your opinions on things, because we want the interaction. This is supposed to start a conversation. You know, we're having a conversation about metal, and we want you to join us. Join us! Join us!
Oh, yeah. We'd love to hear from you guys, because you never know. We might find out something we didn't know. Yeah. Or we might find a new band we'd never heard of, and we end up liking once we listen to it.
Dude, I'm always down to find new music.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, so, I mean, there's so many bands out there. There's so many different albums. There's so many different subgenres I had never heard of before. So I'm always willing to find something new. Tonight, we're actually going to be having a few brews. So tonight, I am drinking Guinness Extra Stout.
Nice.
And what you gonna be drinking tonight, good sir?
Tonight, I am going to be drinking.
Oh, you got Guinness as well.
Draft.
You got the draft. Hell yeah, dude.
Yes, I do.
And that's the one with the binger in the can, right?
Yes, it is. And you got to pour it out. I'm going to pour that into my Cincinnati Reds 16-ounce pint glass.
See, I'm drinking. You know what? Actually, hang on. I actually have a pint glass that my beautiful, lovely lady, Flying Feline, got me. It's a barred glass, and it is apropos for this evening. So I will go ahead and pour my Guinness into this glass.
I like it. Guinness is what some may call good stuff.
I would definitely call it good stuff. I would call it fucking delicious, especially the extra stout. So, skull, my friend, to a great episode, and thank you all for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so tonight we are talking soundtracks.
Soundtracks of the metal variety.
That's right, because this is Metal Mosaics. Now, it's not just any soundtracks. These soundtracks actually have to be metal albums. Now, I know there's a lot of great soundtracks out there, and I really hope to see a great conversation about soundtracks we missed, soundtracks that you love, but we have our own specific grading scale for this. But before that, what is the purpose of a soundtrack? It is to kind of give you the feeling of the movie when you're not watching the movie. It's to add that, verisimilitude, that je ne sais quoi, or whatever, you know.
That extra depth.
Yeah, and, it's supposed to give that feeling of the movie. It's supposed to make you think about the movie when you're not, watching it. And cool punch to that scene in the movie, So we're obviously doing metal soundtracks. These are our top 5 heaviest soundtracks for movies. Now, it's specifically movies, because I know that there are games out there that have really banging soundtracks as well. TV series, not as much, but yeah, movie soundtracks that are basically metal albums. And they get heavier as they go along. Number 5 is the least metal of the group, and then they get heavier as it goes along. And remember, this is our opinion. This is our own rating system. We went through a bunch of different albums when we were planning for this episode, and we're like, oh yeah, what about this one? Oh, you go look at it, and it's like, yeah, remember this album being great. Oh wait, that's not a metal song. Nope, that's not a metal song. Really like that song. Nope, not metal song. Okay, moving on to the next album. So we're also going to have a few honorable mentions as we get to the number 1 spot. Again, feel free to leave your comments in the chat and tell us how wrong, or, which is more likely, how right we are about these albums.
We're obviously right.
Clearly. I mean, we clearly know everything, being the experts that we claim to be.
Yeah.
All right. So, shall we jump into our first album?
I think we should.
All right. So, our first album that we're talking about is Scream 3, put out in 2000. Yes, that is 26 years ago at the recording of this episode. You feel old out there in YouTube land yet? I did not need to see that was when this one was published. So the reason why this one is on number 5, and you can see we've got the track listing here. They've got 2 instances of Creed on this album. 2. Nobody needs 2 Creed songs on anything, not even on a Creed album.
No. Instant negative points right there.
Yeah.
Instant.
So instant negative points against this one. Otherwise, there's a fairly good collection of like early 2000s heavy metal and hard rock on there. So my first pick of the best songs on this album is Dope's Debonair.
Oh yeah.
I really like that song. It's heavy for the time period, and it's a groovy song. Just crunchy and loud and in your face. And plus, Dope's a great band. I've been listening to them for a long time. Edsel really gets that going in there. So what's your first pick for this album, brother?
The Tyler's Song by Coal Chamber.
That's a good one.
It's super heavy. I love it. It's got a really great deep tone to it. It's really good.
Yeah, that is definitely one of Coal Chamber's better ones from around this time. I really like Coal Chamber.
Yeah.
Dez has a unique gritty voice. Again, a lot of these bands were very popular at the time that this was made. In the early 2000s. Sure. See, my next song, we're only picking 2 per album, otherwise we'll be here for 3 years.
Yeah.
So my second pick for this album is Orgy Dissension, Orgy was one of those bands that kind of came out of nowhere. They had like this goth industrial sound to them, and Jay Gordon is a music producer. And just decided to do his own band, and they covered Blue Monday. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that one from back in the day. That was like their breakout hit. Their first album, Candy Ass, had Blue Monday on it, but it also had this song, Dissension. And I had picked up that album. Then when it popped up on this soundtrack, I was like, "This is great." So yeah, it's a crunchy, groovy song. Really enjoy this one. It's fun to listen to.
Yeah.
What's your second pick?
That would be Wanna Be Martyr by Full Devil Jacket. And prior to me listening to this recently, doing the research for this episode, I had never heard Full Devil Jacket before. So I'm really happy that I did this, because I got to hear Full Devil Jacket doing Wanna Be Martyr. And it was a really cool song. I love his vocal. His vocal comes in great.
Yeah, man. I'm not super familiar with them, but I do remember them being pretty popular at the time in the early 2000s. The other thing I find funny about listening to soundtracks, especially ones from back in the day, because most of these are going to be back in the day, I'm just going to give you a warning ahead of time, guys, is that you hear songs from bands and you're like, oh shit, I remember that band. And, they may have been like, for lack of a better term, a flash in the pan. They were around for a little bit and then they disappeared. Some bands, that all they have is the song on the soundtrack. So, right. It's cool to go back and listen to some bands that you don't hear anymore. They've just kind of disappeared.
Right.
So.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I got to hear a lot of songs, a lot of bands that I had never heard before. Yeah. So it was, again, a learning experience for me doing this. Another great reason to do this show. I get to hear so many bands that I may never have heard before.
Well, see, it's always fun to discover new stuff, man, and to rediscover things that you may have heard at one point but forgot about. Yeah. Have you seen Scream 3? Do you remember this movie at all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another criteria that we have for these albums is how well did it understand the assignment, being a soundtrack for this movie. Scream is not the scariest of horror movies. It's a slasher flick. Slasher flicks can be scary. Mostly they're just, they can be a little gory. How do you feel this did as a soundtrack? Did you think it understood the assignment?
It did okay. I mean, yeah. It passed.
Yeah. In spite of having two Creed songs on it, and also year 2000, I'm not sure what it was about this era, like the early 2000s, where they had to have like the, like kind of the funky rap rock song on the album or something like that towards the end. I don't get that. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it passed at just a super low C or high D passing.
Yeah. Again, there's a reason why this is number 5 on the list.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes.
And so you got a mix of heavy metal for the time, and then some more kind of like hard rock. American Pearl, Fuel. Let's see who else is on there. Godsmack, Incubus. They're all in that realm. Right. They're almost metal, but not really.
Right.
Especially
exactly.
Godsmack's new stuff. Good Lord. Godsmack's new stuff is terrible. Anyway, not what we're here to talk about. All right. So that is Scream 3, year 2000. Moving on. What do we have? Number 4, the Resident Evil movie soundtrack. Yes. Now, I remember this movie. I remember being pretty excited about it because, it was a new zombie flick. And this one came out in 2002, so 2 years after Scream 3. This one's pretty cool. I've never actually played any of the Resident Evil games. Well, at least haven't played them through. I can't stand tank controls. It irritates the shit out of me. I might try some of the remakes just because they've updated the graphics and the controls are better. But the movies with Mila Jovovich, they're fun. They're entertaining flicks,
100%
and
fun.
I remember the soundtrack kind of standing out because a bunch of songs that I remember. Now, I will say this, at least for me, one of the points against it is no parental advisory, and all of the songs that appear on this album are edited.
Yeah.
Like they no swearing in a Resident Evil soundtrack, apparently, for whatever reason. I don't know. No so some of the songs on here you listen to and you're singing along and it's like, wait a minute, that's not the lyrics, or it bleeps out. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'll say it for you. Shit. What the fuck?
This is gazebos. Bullshit.
Yeah.
They're gazebos. They're bullshit.
It's absolute. It's dildos. Is dildos, as Swiss Scholar would say.
It's dildos.
So my first pick off of this album is probably, in my opinion, the heaviest song on this album. Static X, Anything But This.
Oh yeah, I do love some Static X, man.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Static X is a good band. Yeah.
This song, I remember hearing this song on Static X's Beneath, Between, Beyond. It was a compilation of B-sides and soundtrack songs. This song came on, and it's just, you can hear the fucking full-on rage from Wayne. Like, some of his most raw vocals I think I've ever heard him do, and it is easily one of Static X's heaviest songs, and it is the heaviest song on this album, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
What's your number one?
Mine is My Plague by Slipknot. Now,
Yeah, good one.
I'm not a huge Slipknot fan in general. I like Slipknot. I'm not going to change it if it comes on. I'm just not a huge fan. I don't know a whole lot by them. But this song here is really good. I really enjoyed listening to this one. So I went with that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
good
no,
stuff.
it's a good one. I believe that the My Plague is off of I believe it's off of Iowa. Feel free to correct me in the comments there, chat. I'm sure you will, even if I don't say that. But
Right.
again, this brings up my qualm with this album, is that this is the new Abuse mix, as opposed to I need a minute to elaborate for everyone the everyday abuse that I can't endure, or something like that. It's like, no, the everyday bullshit is what it's supposed to say. You impossible ego fuck. It's like a megalomaniacal tab on my tongue. Like, why is this song edited? Like, you're taking the teeth out of it, just like I took the cord out of my damn microphone. Shit. But again, that is my problem with this album. Like, why, if you're going to have these metal bands on here, like, just put the fucking full version on there. Slap a parental advisory on it. It's a fucking horror movie, for fuck's sake.
Yes, exactly. Rated R one at that.
So why are we censoring the soundtrack? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
I mean, Scream 3 had a fucking parental advisory on it. Like, what? Anyway, before I go off on a rant here, my second choice is Coal Chamber. Something Told Me, and that's that song I heard on their self-titled album, and it's such a fucking good song. Again, Dez doing that, that super growly fucking, lyrics and vocals only the way Dez can do. It's catchy, it's fun, it's stompy, and it's just a fucking good chuggy song. What's your second choice?
Mine would be Coal Chamber doing Something Told Me.
Yeah. Okay. So you picked the same song. All right. Yeah. See. Now you see another reason why we're able to do this show together.
Yes,
we got similar taste.
Great minds.
That's right, man. I mean, we're both drinking Guinness, so again, skull.
And that wasn't even planned at all.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not. So yeah, that's Resident Evil. Now I will say this as well. Baby bitch Marilyn Manson did a good job with the actual score, because he did the score for this movie as well. And at the end of this album, you get 4 tracks that he did for the score of the movie, and it has kind of like it has a dark kind of gothy techno edge metal feel. It can't go full metal. I mean, it feels like Manson is doing his best Trent Reznor impersonation, and I imagine it's probably because the studio wanted Trent but couldn't get him or couldn't afford him, so they went with the lesser Trent Reznor, which is Marilyn Manson. Don't at me in the comments.
I'm not generic.
All right, so Resident Evil, the movie, the soundtrack. How do you feel it understood the assignment, buddy? Does it do the movie justice?
Well, I think it definitely did better than the other one, Scream 3. But nonetheless, it is towards the bottom of the list. So I don't feel that it pulled it off 100%. I think we're looking at like right around a C.
Yeah.
Right around a C.
not having the balls to put a parental advisory on it and putting a bunch of edited versions of metal songs on here, yeah, that makes me lose a little respect for you. I mean,
Negative
granted,
points.
granted they got some of my favorite bands on here: Static X, Fear Factory, Rammstein, Mudvayne, but they're
Right.
kind of techno remixes of a lot of these songs, and also they got Method Man on here. Like, listen, I ain't got nothing against Method Man. I like Method. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
I like his style. But I don't understand why he's. I mean, yes, it's a Prodigy mix, but Prodigy ain't metal. They're they're techno.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Again, this is the early 2000s. They're still kind of figuring this shit out. So
Right.
they got to have a little bit of something on there. And again, Marilyn Manson does do a good job of doing the score for the movie, even if he does sound like a discount Trent Reznor. Again, don't at me,
Yes.
I don't care.
Agreed.
So yeah, C. There's a reason why it is number 4 on this list.
Yes.
All right, now moving on to number 3. And for number 3, we are going with Queen of the Damned.
Fun movie. I enjoyed it.
It really is. And I hear you complaining in the chat right now. Oh, vampire, blah, blah, blah. Anne Rice, blah, blah, blah. Shush. Shush. All right? This movie's fun. It's dark.
Yeah.
It does a good job of adapting the book, and it updates it for, the time period, which was... this is also 2002. So this soundtrack is more metal than Resident Evil or Scream 3, and you know it is.
Right.
Got Jonathan Davis doing the voice, at least the musical voice for Lestat on the movie, and he was supposed to record the songs for the album that appear in the movie, but due to some legal shenanigans with record labels, because they're shitty like that, he was not able to. So he had a bunch of his friends in the metal scene record the songs for him. And that leads me into my first pick, which is Wayne Static, Not Meant for Me. I really like the way Wayne did this one. Obviously not Jonathan Davis. It doesn't sound like the song that's in the movie, but I actually kind of like Wayne's version better, just because he's got a bit more bass in his voice than Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis is a little higher pitched than Wayne. And I mean, I'm a big Static X fan. Wayne Static, he did a fucking great job on this, and it's a great song. All this bitching and moaning, fucking great.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my pick for number 1. What's your first pick for this album?
Static X, Cold.
Fucking great song.
Yeah,
Love
I mean,
that
Static
song.
X is. They go back. I've been listening to them for quite some time now, and although I haven't listened to everything by them, I really do enjoy them. I saw them live at Ozfest 2000. They were great live. They were great live. But yeah, really enjoyed that song, and that was my first pick there.
So Cold came off of Static X's second album, Machine. And fun fact, the version that's on the Queen of the Damned soundtrack is slightly tweaked to hear Wayne's vocals a little bit better. On the album version, it's a lot heavier and louder, but they tweaked this one just a little bit to, I guess, fit with soundtracks. But they didn't edit any of these songs, Resident Evil. They didn't edit any of them, so it's got a nice big parental advisory right on the fucking front. Yeah.
That's right, as it should.
But I love Cold as well. It's one of my favorite Static X songs. And if you go watch the music video for this song, the regular music video and the music video they did for the Queen of the Damned soundtrack, it is actually a nod to I Am Legend. If you've ever read the book I Am Legend by Richard Matheson, you've got Wayne basically playing the part of the main character in I Am Legend, and he's stuck in his house and he's watching old home movies, and the vampires are coming from outside and attacking the house.
Okay.
So it's an ode to the original I Am Legend. They've done several movies of that as well. Obviously the Will Smith movie I Am Legend, which
Right. Yeah.
is okay. They had Vincent Price with the what was The Last Man on Earth, and then Charlton Heston with Omega Man. So they've done that movie they've done that book as a movie several times. I read the original book, and it is a fantastic book. If anybody gets a chance to read it,
I like Vincent Price. Haven't seen him in quite some time in anything. He was great in the Brady Bunch.
I can't say that I ever watched the Brady Bunch enough to see Vincent Price, but
Really?
I've watched a lot of old Vincent Price movies. Are you sure that was Vincent Price? Are you?
I'm pretty sure it was Vincent Price.
Okay. Chat, feel free to help us out there. I don't remember that, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I'm looking it up now. Now you done did it.
Oh yeah, now you got to look it up.
Now you done did it.
Got to qualify shit around here because we do research. Damn it, we are credible around these parts.
Yes. Yep. It says it right here. Vincent Price guest starred as the eccentric archaeologist Professor Hubert Whitehead in the Brady Bunch Season 3 two-part Hawaii episode, Past the Taboo and the Tiki Caves, 1972.
A word of thanks. You saved my beans, boy.
Oh, well, good.
Well, there you go. All right.
Boom,
yeah,
baby.
No, see, I've watched maybe a handful of Brady Bunch episodes over the years, so yeah. I mean, that's cool. I mean, Vincent Price is a top-notch actor. He was great in everything he did. Always enjoyed his stuff. Fun fact about Vincent Price. Well, Vincent Price's like audio samples. A lot of the things that Vincent Price said in movies over the years have appeared in samples for various different metal bands. One I can think of in particular is his Arsenic on the Rocks little sample showed up in a Callanish Circle song. So yeah, love Vincent Price. And again, if you want to go check out Last Man on Earth, it's a adaptation of I Am Legend, which is a great fucking book, by the way.
Didn't he do the talking part for Michael Jackson's Thriller?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Very few people have a voice as creepy as Vincent Price.
I know, right?
Yeah, he was a master of fright, and also an avid cook. He released cookbooks, believe it or not.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either. Feline's the one that told me that. I was like, what? No way. But sure as shit, man. He and his wife released several cookbooks. So he was an avid chef as well. Goes to show you that you can't judge a book by its cover, and you never know how multi-layered people are. Anyway, back to the music. Talking about Queen of the Damned, and my second choice on Queen of the Damned is another one of the songs that Jonathan Davis wrote, System, done by Chester Bennington. Now, I can already hear you all complaining out there. Chester Bennington, Linkin Park, it's not metal. Shush. Just zip it. Chester had an amazing voice, very unique. Yes, he's kind of more of a better match for Jonathan Davis's voice as far as like hitting that pitch and tone. But that dude had such a powerful voice, and the sustained notes that he could hold, it was amazing. Kind of get more into the shrieky side of it. And I mean, for those of you that listen to black metal, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
But yeah, I really like that one. It was the first time I ever heard Chester Bennington swear in a song, because none of the Linkin Park songs he ever swore in. But I heard this and I was like, whoa, Chester, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? But yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, really, that I really enjoyed that song. So that's my second choice for this album. You, sir, what is your second choice on Queen of the Damned?
Two. Wait, I guess it should be one. Number two.
Yes, number two.
Number two.
This is 4, or fuck off in England or whatever. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, just two. Deuce.
Two.
Dose.
Dose.
would be Wayne Static, Not Meant for Me. Another
Oh,
one
okay.
we
So
both chose.
you picked the same one. Okay, cool.
Yes, yes, yes. Great minds. We said this earlier.
Yes,
Nobody
indeed.
wants to listen to us, but it's real. It's a real thing.
It is a real thing. And they're kind of a captive audience because this is a pre-recorded thing, and we can't hear you. We'll see the comments and we'll be in the chat, but we can't hear you right now. So,
Right. Exactly.
yeah. So why did you pick? I obviously you like Static X like I do, and Wayne's
Yes.
awesome. But what
Yes.
made you pick this one? What was your reasoning behind this one?
Well, I there's something about his vocal in this one that was different than how he sounds in Static X.
Yes.
And he almost had that Jonathan Davis kind of sound to it,
Yeah.
which I thought was cool. And when you put that with the music that was behind it, it to me it just kind of melded together perfectly. So
It's like he was
that's why I went with
kind of stepping into the role of a vampire. Like he put himself into the mindset of being Lestat and doing that song. So yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. It's a damn good song,
Yes.
and it's the first one on the song. First one on the album. It kicks off the album, so it's a great way to go. Other notable people on here, Dave Draymond from Disturbed. I know that there's probably a lot of people out there like rolling their eyes at Disturbed, but whatever. You got Deftones on there, Change in the House of Flies.
Uh-huh.
I know for a fact that scene that they use Change is forever burned into every goth girl's mind in history because
Right.
that was a Lestat and Akasha. It was anyway. Go watch the movie. It's a good movie.
And to be honest with you, I'm not a huge Papa Roach fan,
Yeah.
but that Papa Roach song there, it's pretty good. I enjoyed
Dead
that.
Cell is probably one of their better songs. It was off their self-titled, and it's a catchy little tune. You got Godhead on there as well, and then Marilyn Manson doing Redeemer,
I'm not generic.
which again I'm not a huge fan of Marilyn Manson, and then Jay Gordon from Orgy doing Slept So Long. That was another one of the songs that Jonathan Davis wrote. So how do you feel this album did understanding the assignment? Obviously it's number 3, so it's doing a little
Right.
better than the other two, but what would you give this one on a scale of metal album?
I would go with like a B minus.
Yeah.
I think this one almost pulled it off 100%. It was close. It just
Yes.
didn't quite hit that last little mark I was looking for.
There's a higher concentration of metal songs on this album. It's kind of as you get towards the end where it kind of drops the
Yes.
ball.
Yes.
Like you got
Agreed.
Earshot, Dry Cell, Tricky, and
Uh-huh.
the Kidney Thieves. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. Kidney Thieves are kind of like trip hoppy, gothy, and stuff like that. And this is a vampire movie. I'm willing to make concessions, but not metal. Dry Cell, not terrible. They sound like a Linkin Park knockoff, quite honestly. And this is the only time I have ever heard them do anything. And Earshot, I think they kind of disappeared after this as well. So, not terrible. And yes, it does have Disturbs Down with the Sickness on there. That can either
Yes.
be a point in its favor or it could be, a negative. However you want to take it. I don't care. So yeah, I agree. B minus. Not it's more metal than the previous two, but not
Yeah.
quite there yet.
It didn't quite cross it 100% there.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
close.
Yep. It got close to the finish line and then stumbled before it got there with the
Right.
last four.
It was like the person who was celebrating too quickly, and then the guy in second place was all like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah," got there.
Yep. That is accurate. So again, good album. Not the most metal album of the bunch here. And again,
Right.
this is our rating system. This is how we determine things.
This is our ratings. Your ratings may be different.
Yeah, your mileage may vary, but yeah, that's number 3.
That's how we roll.
All right, so that was Queen of the Damned for number 3, and now we're moving on to number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. So as we're going along, these are getting progressively heavier and becoming more metal albums than just soundtracks that kind of have a few metal tracks on them. Again, this is how we're ranking this, and
Yes.
how well they understood the assignment, which was our assignment. How metal is this album, and how well does it work for the movie? So for number 2, coming in hot with this one, this is Freddy versus Jason.
Oh yeah.
Now,
which is a fun movie again.
It is, and for a monumental square off between Freddy and Jason. I mean, the soundtrack better fucking bring it. This is 2003, and holy shit, I didn't realize that this was that long ago. This seems like a recent movie, but time is fluid, and I'm not going to think about how long ago that was. Anyway, it's a monumental matchup, and the soundtrack. This soundtrack actually brings it, man. It's got a nice cross section of stuff that was really popular in 2003. But there's a bunch of bands on here that I still like.
Oh yeah, it's got some great bands on there.
And Resident Evil, you listening, Resident Evil? It's got a parental advisory on it because they didn't edit the songs.
They didn't edit shit.
Nope, they sure didn't. So they let the songs roll as they would. So my first choice on this album is Devil Driver, Swingin' the Dead. Devil Driver is the band that Dez from Coal Chamber did after Coal Chamber ended. And it is definitely heavier, louder, faster, meaner. It's fucking good shit. But this song is it's so groovy and catchy. Swingin' the Dead. It gallops along, and it's got that fucking heavy riff groove that I fucking love, man. And Dez's vocals are just perfect for this. Pick it up, dig it up. And it's just, it's fun. I was doing some yard work the other day, and I was listening to this, doing research for the show, and I found myself just like out there with my shovel and stuff, just like jamming out and having a fucking great time, listening to this, this album, this song. So yeah, I really like this song, and I mean, I like Devil Driver anyway. I have several of Devil Driver's albums, and I think this is off of their second album. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's one of their early ones. It's a good one.
It's definitely a good one.
Yeah, I like Dez. Dez's vocals, he's a unique vocalist for sure. So what is your first choice off of this one?
Oh, Bombshell by Powerman 5000.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Spider has
Get up, drop the bombshell.
Yeah, he has a unique vocal. I believe that's off their first album, if I'm thinking correctly.
Drop the Bombshell is actually off of Anyone for Doomsday, which we actually, we should do a retrospective on Powerman 5000 at some point, because Anyone for Doomsday came out after Tonight the Stars Revolt, which is the album that most people know. It's got, it's got their big hit on it. It's got Nobody's Real.
Worlds Collide.
Yeah, Worlds Collide. Bunch of really good songs on that one, but it was kind of like that perfect sci-fi rock metal, very 1950s in its presentation, but also heavy industrial. But it came out like right before 9/11, or it was supposed to come out in October of 2001, and so 9/11 had just happened. And also, I actually just watched a documentary about Powerman 5000, and Spider didn't feel like it was going any new places, so he kind of pulled the album. It still got released to some places, but it wasn't a wide release, so their popularity kind of just disappeared. But I don't know, man. Anyone for Doomsday is a fucking great album if you can get your hands.
Yep, I just had in my head that was on their first album for some reason. None
Oh
of
no,
that.
Power Man 5000's been making music since like the mid '80s. You know,
Yeah.
they were kind of a funk metal band before they kind of morphed into their kind of industrial metal sound, and then after their
Right.
industrial metal, they kind of went to like I don't know, like a post punk metal sound. And now they've moved on to a different sound. They've evolved quite a bit over the years. So again, that's why I say we could probably do an entire episode on Power Man.
Right.
They're a band that I've been listening to for a long time. I like Power Man. Fun fact about Power Man: Spider One is actually Rob Zombie's little brother. That's his half brother.
Yes.
So yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
That is correct.
All right, so my second choice for this album is Lamb of God, 11th Hour. Dude, fucking Randy Blythe's voice, just the. You can always tell a Lamb of God song even before Randy starts singing. Just the guitar playing, the song construction, the way they construct their riffs. It is a fucking badass song. And then Randy kicks in and starts doing what Randy does, and it's a fucking great track. Again, another one of my favorites, and this is on an album of bangers. When we were doing the discussion for this album, we're like, oh shit, this one's got this one. You know, you got Killswitch Engage, Mushroom Head, Hatebreed, Slipknot, Chimeria, Seven Dust, Murder Dolls, like Devil Driver,
Sepultura, Patton.
Sepultura with Mike Patton, In Flames, even Typo Negative. Like this is a strong album, and that's why it's number 2. It's a very strong contender. What was your second choice for this album, my friend?
I'm gonna agree with you, and we're going with 11th Hour. Yeah, buddy.
Dude, Lamb of God.
Minds.
That's right. That's
Great
right,
minds.
man.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah. Lamb of God, I enjoy them, man. They actually just released a new album as of the recording of this show. Highly recommend everybody go check it out. Always a good time with Lamb of God.
Yeah, they're fun too. Yeah.
Did it understand the assignment? How well did it do, in your opinion? What is it? What's your grade for this one?
This one, I'm giving this one an A-. This one came across really well. It fit the assignment. It went along with the movie. It was metal upon metal upon metal. So yeah, I'm going with an A- on this one.
I got to agree. I don't think there's really a weak track in there, with the exception of Stone Sour, because Stone Sour sucks.
It's
but
Sour. So
honestly, Stone Sour is probably the weakest track on that album. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm not really familiar with Blank Theory, but that song was not bad. Nothing Face I like. In Flames I like. Typo Negative, come on, Peter Steele, Typo Negative, they're fucking awesome. Hatebreed, Slipknot, a fucking Snap from the demo from '97. I thought that was a unique track to show up on this album. Seven Dust is badass. I always enjoyed them. Hell, even Il Nino I like, but Stone Sour, that's the weakest one on there. So very little to complain about on this album. So yeah, I would agree, A-. Maybe even an A. But yeah, this was a good one. That's why it was number 2 on our list here. Number 2. That's right. So now we got some honorable mentions for you guys. Now, you've listened to us talk about our grading system, and we've mentioned how we went through and we were looking at a bunch of different albums because you remember movies and soundtracks, and you remember listening to the soundtrack. Oh, this soundtrack was badass. And then you go back and look at it, and looking at it through our lens of would this be considered a metal album? And you come across some of them, and you're like, oh, well, no, maybe not. Our first honorable mention is Transformers the movie. So we got, there's some really good songs on here. But it's more of, and I understand there's a sliding scale of metal. Metal changed over time, and yes, but even still, a lot of this stuff was just hard rock even back then. You know, Stan Bush, you know, Spectre General. You know, they're more hard rock. But I mean,
Right.
NRG, Instruments of Destruction. That one, that is my favorite song off of this album. It's probably one of the most traumatizing scenes in the movie. The Decepticons bust into the Autobot ship as they're trying to head to Earth, and they just murk everybody. You know, childhood favorites getting killed by Megatron and Starscream. You know, it just blew my tiny mind as a kid. You know.
Clarify too, we are talking about the 1986 animated movie.
Yes. 1986, Transformers the movie, original motion picture soundtrack. Still the best Transformers movie ever made. You know, changed my mind. You can't. So, you know, don't ask me.
Yeah. And this one, you know, to be fair, it has Weird Al Yankovic in it. So
Yeah, so again, as we're going through these, you know, we're kind of like, oh, well, that's not really metal. You know, Vince DiCola doing the Autobot Decepticon battle, you know, he did the score. Great, you know, 80s kind of synth-wavy type score.
Yes.
You know, really enjoy that stuff, but not metal. Lion did the cover of the Transformers, you know, theme song. That's great, and you know, it's kind of metal. You know, it's not full blown metal. It's definitely hard rock, but it was the style at the time. Is you know what it was. You know, but yeah, it's a great album. It's just it's not a metal album. It is very much a hard rock album. So that's why it gets an honorable mention.
yes.
Certainly gets an A as far as fitting the theme of the movie and doing a great job for the movie, but doesn't really fit our assignment, as it were.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So for the second honorable mention, and you know, get your fingers ready, keyboard warriors. I'm sure this is going to get you heavy metal music from the motion picture. I know. But DMH, it's in the title. I don't care. There's some metal tracks on here, and you know there's a lot of great bands on here that I absolutely love. But this is hard rock. Okay,
Right.
This is hard rock. I understand it's a different time period. Blah 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 blah. This is hard rock. Okay, Sammy Hagar is heavy metal, even though it says heavy metal in the name. That's still a rock song. You know, it's a hard rock song.
Metal.
You know?
Yeah.
Devo, Working in a Coal Mine. I mean, cool song, not metal. Blue Oyster Cult,
Grand Funk
veteran.
Railroad.
Grand Funk Railroad. Cool fucking awesome band. Great fucking rock band, not metal. Black Sabbath is probably about the only one on here that
Agreed,
metal.
There's Journey.
Journey, great band. Cheap Trick, great band. Not metal. Blue
Not
Oyster
metal.
Cult. I fucking love Blue Oyster Cult.
Yes.
Not metal.
Not metal.
Yeah.
Not metal.
Again, gets an A for fitting the movie, but again, they're getting the name heavy metal from the magazine MetalHero that was translated into heavy metal over here in the United States, and it's you know a bunch of it's an anthology of a bunch of different stories. You know, a lot of it being adapted from some of the early issues of the magazine. Yeah, so again, there's a lot of great songs on here, a lot of great bands, not metal. That's why it gets an honorable mention.
Not metal.
Yep. Not metal. Sorry. Yep.
Good soundtrack. Not metal.
Great. It's a great soundtrack. I mean, I have this soundtrack on my phone. You know, I love this soundtrack. I have the Transformers the movie soundtrack on my phone. Not necessarily metal. You know.
No.
Yep. All right, and our third and final honorable mention, which I'm sure is going to chap a whole bunch of asses, The Crow, original motion picture soundtrack. Now, I know. It's a great soundtrack. It's awesome. Arguably kicked off the whole, you know, soundtracks being this big thing that studios should do to fit the movie. And you know, made soundtracks be a viable thing to sell for record labels. It's not a metal soundtrack.
Nope. So unpucker. It's okay.
That's right. Unclench. unclench. You've got The Cure, great band, not metal.
Not
Machines
metal.
of Loving Grace, cool band, not metal. Nine Inch Nails
band.
is on there, and Stone Temple Pilots. I love STP, not metal. They're
Not
hard
metal.
rock.
Yeah.
Nine Inch Nails, Dead Souls, which, funny, we've been talking about Static X a whole lot on the Project Regeneration that they just did. They did a cover of Dead Souls, which is really cool. It's a really cool cover. But Trent, he's arguably industrial metal, but he's a little more on the industrial side, less on the metal side, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I mean, the heaviest things on this album are going to be Helmet and Pantera. Pantera is absolutely the heaviest thing on there, and yes, Pantera is metal. But the Jesus and Mary chain, come on, y'all. No, it ain't metal.
No, not metal.
My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. Cool name for a band, and a cool band, but not metal. Come on, they got Rage Against the Machine and the Violent Femmes on this album. That's points against them. I'm sorry. I mean, not the Violent Femmes, but Rage Against the Machine, because they're a corporate made shit machine. So anyway, moving along. Unpucker, feel free to leave your comments either in the live replay or in the chat. We want to hear from you, and feel free to tell me how I'm wrong. I'm not, but feel free to tell me how I'm wrong.
You can tell us. It doesn't mean we agree, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree, and that's what this is all about. Starting conversation about something fun, music.
That's right. Having fun with music. So, want to thank you all for being here as we've been doing this. And now, we're going to get into number one. This soundtrack is the most metal fucking soundtrack that we found. As a matter of fact, listening to this over the weekend while I was doing manual labor outside, I honestly didn't find a single track that I didn't like. I like all the tracks on this, and there's even some bands that I wouldn't really consider metal on this soundtrack, but damn if this album did not understand. They really understood the assignment. Make a soundtrack for a movie that fits the movie. We'll get into that at the end after we talk about this, but we're talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003. Now, the cool thing is that this is one of the only remakes of a movie that I've seen that I actually like. I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from 2003. It's got Jessica Biel in it, and it's really well done. I felt like it kind of captured the original, because I love the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre from the 70s. I got to see an actual print from the 70s at a movie theater while drinking beer and eating nachos and burgers. It was fucking fantastic. But I love Texas Chainsaw. Those are great movies, especially the first one, and this remakes the first one great. And this whole album slaps. As a matter of fact, when we were doing our rankings, we had things shuffled around a little bit, and I reached out to Goodstuff. I was like, dude, upon listening to all these again, I'm thinking Texas Chainsaw Massacre is number one. Because looking at the track listing, you got Pantera, Hatebreed, Soil, Static X, Mushroom Head, Seether,
Meshuggah,
Nothing Phase, Meshuggah, Fear Factory, Moto Grader, Lamb of God again. There's this fucking Morbid Angel is on this album. So I mean that's why this one's number one. But my first pick for favorite songs on this is Static X, Deliver Me. I fucking love this song. I love Wayne's vocals on this song. I love how it's not a super fast song, but it's kind of determined and stompy, and it makes me think of Leatherface, actually, every time I hear this song. Now, originally I heard Deliver Me off of Beneath Between Beyond, that B-Sides album that Static X put out, and I thought it was such a fucking cool song. And it fits so well on this album. It's great. And again, it puts me in the mind of Leatherface, how he's just relentless going after, the people that he's hunting. So yeah, that's my first choice for this album. What's your first choice?
My first choice is Morbid Angel, Enshrined by Grace. Yeah! That takes me back to my early death metal years, way back in the late 80s, early 90s. Morbid Angel was always at the top of the list to listen to. So that it just, I love Morbid Angel. They have some great stuff out there.
They do.
It's everything that metal was back then. It's all of it.
Yeah. Morbid Angel, I like a lot of their older stuff. Some of their newer stuff, not as much, but, bands try new things. They do different things. But, the fact that this album actually has an old school death metal band like Morbid Angel on it, shot it directly to the top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
No question.
To the top.
This is the badass song.
Yeah.
Speaking of badass songs, my second choice for this album is Meshuggah, Rational Gaze. I was talking about how Lamb of God, you listen to Lamb of God, it's a Lamb of God song even before Randy starts talking. Well, a Meshuggah song when you fucking hear it. They have such a unique time signature, and those drums. Holy shit, man. Like those fucking... It's just, it is fucking relentless, I love it. I fucking love Meshuggah. Meshuggah is a fucking great band, and they have always done their own shit. And it is, looking at this album, it's hard to tell what is the heaviest track on this album. I would be inclined to maybe pick Meshuggah, but it also might be Morbid Angel,
Right. But as far as Meshuggah goes, I mean, I'm not one to have listened to Meshuggah previously, and look, that was good stuff. I did enjoy it very much.
Yeah, just their time signatures and the drums is just pounding, just powerful fucking drums.
In your face.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my second choice for this one. What is your second choice for
my second choice? Motor Grader, Suffocate. Yeah, I had never heard Moto Grader before, and I heard this song, and I am a fan.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it encapsulates all of that good metal, everything, the crunch, all of it. It's really good.
This song in particular is very catchy. I mean, I've been listening to Moto Grader for a long time with their first album. They've only put out one album. And fun fact, now this may either be a point in their favor or a point against them, depending on how you look at this. But on that track, that's Ivan Moody, who went on to do lead vocals for Five Finger Death Punch. Whether you like or hate Five Finger Death Punch is irrelevant to me. Moto Grader, on the other hand, was awesome. Their first album was fantastic, and that song in particular, "Suffocate," is a nice fucking catchy, crunchy, bouncy fucking song.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree. I prefer this version of Ivan Moody to the version that he became with Five Finger Death Punch, just because Moto Grader is much more of an early 2000s kind of industrial type band, and Five Finger Death Punch is, well, I mean, you guys know what Five Finger Death Punch is.
Yeah.
Zoltan Bathory is a great guitar player, but I mean that's radio metal. And yes, I'm glad there's metal on the radio, but I wish there was a little bit better representation.
Agreed. Yeah.
I like some older Five Finger Death Punch stuff. Whatever. I don't believe in guilty pleasures. If you like something, you like something. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. I laugh if you want. I don't care. But
I like Andrew WK. I'm sorry.
I mean, party rock, man. Listen, sometimes
so
shit just gets entirely too fucking serious. Hey, you listening out there? You, right there. You listening? Rock musicians are allowed to have fun with their music. Metal
Yes.
musicians are allowed to have fun with their music. Everything doesn't have to be serious all the time. Okay? Thanks.
Why so serious?
Gone through 5 albums. So yes, running it back down. Number 5 was Scream 3. Yeah, there's got some metal on there. It's sort of understood the assignment. This is our arbitrary assignment that we did.
Right.
You know, and you know, there's some good songs on there worth checking out. Not all of them are great, but some of them are. Number 4, Resident Evil the movie, the soundtrack. Good soundtrack. You know, there's some good stuff on there. It loses points because no parental advisory. Why are you gonna why are you gonna edit these?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna censor these metal songs? That's just dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Yeah, it's metal. Come on, man.
Exactly. Number 3, Queen of the Damned. And yes, that whole movie revolved around a vampire with a metal band. So,
Yes.
you know, it's kind of a no-brainer. Though it has a bunch of really good songs on it and some songs that were made specifically for that soundtrack and that movie. It kind of falls short at the end. It kind of trips and falls before it hits the finish line.
Yeah.
So that's why it's number 3. We still like it, but it's not quite there. Number 2, Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack. Now this one understood the assignment a lot better.
Yes. Yes, it did.
This is more of a metal soundtrack, and we don't have that weird early 2000s like gotta stick a kind of a I don't know funky rap rock song into the soundtrack. So yeah, that one gets an A-, and then fucking full blown A, number 1, A+ in my book. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The movie's great. The album's great. They understood the assignment. Made a good fucking, you know, scary horror movie, and they made a soundtrack that punches you in the face with a bunch of really fucking badass songs on it. Yeah. Even the bands I wasn't familiar with, I was actually kind of impressed. You know, like Seether.
100%.
Seether, Pig. I was like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Seether. You know, they're hard rock, they're not metal, but that particular song, you know, it's probably one of their heavier songs, at least that I've heard from them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there doesn't seem to be a lull point in this in this album. And I mean, like we said, you got Lamb of God, you've got Shadows Fall. You know, some people like Shadows Fall, some people don't. I think Shadows Fall is awesome. I'm familiar with Destroyer of Senses. I've listened to Shadows Fall for a long time. So yeah, this Mushroom Head 43, great song. Fucking Hatebreed, and of course Pantera, Immortally Insane.
Yes,
they kick off the album with Pantera. You know it's going to be a good album when they kick it off with Pantera. So
yep.
So those are our top 5 most metal movie soundtracks of all time. Don't question us. We know what we're talking about. You know.
That's right. But nonetheless, leave a comment.
Insert sarcasm here.
Let us know if we're right or wrong in the comments. Just let us know. Yeah.
No, and we thank you all for watching this and hanging out with us while we drink our beer and we talk about metal soundtracks. Yes. Let us know if we missed a banger of a metal soundtrack.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we kind of had a little bit of a difficult time finding albums to talk about. If we would come up with ones that we remembered, like the Spawn soundtrack, for instance.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh, I remember this one being cool. Oh, wow, that's a lot of trip hop and hip hop. Okay, never mind.
That's not metal.
No. So what our criteria was, it was a majority of metal for each one of these albums, and these are the ones that we came up with. So if you got ones that we should check out, leave them in the comments, and we thank you for watching the video.
Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate you hanging out. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time.
Yep. We enjoyed the brews. We enjoyed the conversation. Enjoyed the music. I do believe the next show that we will be doing is going to be about bands that change their sound for the better. So stay tuned for that one.
Bands.
That's right. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Send this out to all your metalhead friends. We would love to hear from you, and we appreciate you guys being here. Skull, you metalhead maniacs.
Thank you very much. Till next time.